this time, Pedro became the president of the Puerto Rican Nationalist Party. Okay, it was going around pueblos, doing speeches, having people come together. He said, "Yo, we need to fight for our culture. We need to fight for our people. We need to fight for our freedom, our language." Like Martin Luther King, this man's words were strong. People felt it. They gathered. They believed in him. And the FBI was watching every move, tracking every word, every speech that he put out there. They were watching because they feared him, because this man was smart. He knew what he was doing. He was getting his people together. And they said, nah, son. Ain't gonna happen. It's 1950. Pedro's done with the repression, right? He gets his nationalists and they coordinate an uprising. They go to all these different pueblos, all these different cities and start taking over, start swinging the flag. Boricua, Boricua, taking back their language, taking back their culture, taking back their freedom. But the U.S. was like, no, not on our watch. They started sending armies over. They started bombing, killing people. They didn't care. They didn't want the rebellions to take over. They ended up capturing Pedro and putting him in prison. Pedro Albizu Campo was in prison for 25 years, bro, in a 5x5 cell. That he would walk back and forth with a wet towel on his head. They used to call him the Toalla Man. He would write poetry on the wall. He had a bucket that he could use the bathroom, and that would only be cleaned once a day. The food they gave him barely nourished him. He was skinny, right? They tested different levels of radiation on him, sticking him with needles, trying to break this man, and they couldn't mentally break him, bro. He was an amazing guy, right? When he got near his deathbed, they finally pardoned him, and he died at the age of 71. This man was a genius. He was a freedom fighter. He was an amazing guy. I wish I could have met him. Right? This is our history that we should know, right? Like I said, he was like Martin Luther King, fought for freedom, but he was more like Malcolm X because he started getting rebelling together and fighting against the government. Just know your history, know where you're from. Remember, Boricua, pa que lo sepa.